This is your podcast ghost and editor Trev here with a quick little disclaimer. This episode was haunted by a poltergeist or some sort of demonic spirit that ruined our audio quality. I'm not fully convinced it wasn't canon. Anyway, I did make a sacrifice to the spirits of, and although it's not perfect, it's better than it was before. It's still a good episode. The audio quality just won't live up to what we're used to, but that's okay. You'll still enjoy it. You'll enjoy it.
Anchored in a harbor in Quincy, Massachusetts is a relic of the World War II era. Colloquially known as the Sea Witch, this naval ship never actually saw active combat. However, for some reason, it is considered by many to be one of the most haunted ships in America. With a revolving cast of specters, it's no wonder almost everyone who tours the ship has some sort of paranormal experience. Today, we're discussing the ghosts of the USS Salem. Welcome to Ghost Binkers. Hello, Junior Binkers. I'm Trev, and I want to believe in ghosts ever so badly. And with me is Killian.
And it's pronounced Quincy, Massachusetts.
Oh, shit.
Not Quincy, you piece of shit.
Oh, no.
What do you think this is?
And I live in Massachusetts.
Ridiculous. Are you going to go to Peabody next, you freak?
We gotta start the episode over. I'm just going to dub over that of me just saying Quincy.
Well, that's why I said it, so you couldn't try and fucking sneak away from
I'm going to sneak away anyway. I'm going to cut that part out, too.
I'm going to make a separate TikTok. Like, looking in the camera,
You're gonna,
like a mad person being like,
you're gonna
"Is that Quincy in the original cut?"
You're going to steal the footage and release it. Together, we are the Ghost Binkers, and on this podcast, we explore real-life spooky stories and joke the spooky credibility out of them. A light binking, so to speak. So, as you know...
Binking.
A firm binking. Well,
binking's firm.
I will say typically our binkings are a little firmer than a light binking. You have your ruler, you're just slapping it on your palm.
Reducing every ghost grade by a whole letter when they finish homework.
If it's a business interest, it's an automatic F. So, as stated, we are going to be going over the USS Salem. I don't have a lot of preamble to this episode, if I'm being honest.
Can I turn that off?
Yeah, you want to unplug it?
It's just flashing.
Once again, the screen is doing something to make its presence known in the podcast.
In, boxer briefs just kept appearing, confusing me.
The screen has honestly become a part of the podcast.
Just the failure.
It's its own character on this podcast. It's not supposed. It was literally.
At least as disruptive as Can. I suppose.
Can is with us tonight in spirit,
not in voice,
but not in voice. He is. He's actually focusing on some advertisements that we're working on. He's editing some videos for us.
Is our marketing person? That's brutal.
Well,
Ken's learning Salesforce.
Yeah, he's actually doing cold calls right now.
Can't do SQL.
Oh, he is here. Oh, all right. Can back to work though. Come on, man. So I do have one tiny preamble. We got another request for an episode, and this comes from I'm gonna say she's a fan of the show. I actually don't know. I haven't asked her. This comes from Amanda, Amy's friend.
Right. Okay.
And she asked, do you guys
reveal that on this show?
She asked, do you guys take requests? And I said, we absolutely do.
Back and said, no, we don't.
And she wants us to cover the ghost of Ramtail Mill.
Right.
So,
I'm also going to say not a fan of the show because we are pretty explicit about taking requests.
That's a good point.
Pretty clear about
Amanda. You're being called. No, but we do appreciate the request,
of course,
and we'll be doing that next week. So, our first article, we're going to get into the history a little bit, and this is from Boston Ghosts. We hit them up a decent amount of times. They usually have a good rundown of the history of these things. The Salem was put together on July 4th, 1945, by the Bethlehem Steel Company's Four River Shipyard,
Just in time
Quincy,
for
Mass.
the war. Great job, buddy.
Just in time. Yeah, a little late for the war. Well, it was post-war, and America was still wary of its vanquished enemies. It needed a fleet, and one that hadn't seen the dogs of war and been chewed to pieces in the process. So basically, they're like, all of our ships are fucked up. We need, like, a new ship, essentially. And this is actually the last ship of its kind. The Salem launched on March 25th, 1947. Yeah. So it took a couple of years, I guess, before, like, after it was built or finished.
They started building. July was post-war, right? World War II ended in April.
I believe so. Yeah, that sounds correct.
So they fully built it with the idea of, like,
we got to rebuild. It's basically rebuilding, essentially.
Just in case something happens.
We broke all of our toys and we need new ones.
That's got to be a tough life for a warship.
Yeah.
To sit anchored all day. You just want to blow up a really small boat in an active.
I'm cutting most of, like, the weapon stuff out, but it did have some it had like 8-inch guns on it and shit.
Guns. Come on, put it back in.
But
I'm gonna take a tour on this boat and go, wow, and they'll be like, the gun 10 inches. I'd be like,
whoa,
that's a big
gun. You pull out your tape measure and you're like, actually it's 9 inches and a half.
2 of your heads in there. I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
So even though it took 2 years basically to, like, launch, but it took almost 2 more years to find a captain for it and for it to actually, like, get out there and start doing stuff.
They just like appoint a Navy guy.
Yeah, it's
you gotta actually match a guy up.
Yeah, so they didn't have their captain J.C. Daniel until 1949.
Jaden Daniels from the
That's the guy.
This feels to me like you're like casting a musical, and then you're like, all right, now we just gotta find the lead, and you're like, you should have started.
Maybe you build your cast around the lead.
You should have been the lead, or she should have been the lead in your mind.
Also, I guess, like, how hard is it to find a ship captain in like post World War II? World War II.
My ego says I could just do it. Just put me on that boat. I'll run that shit.
I'll figure it out.
Bella, stop jacking off in the cabins. You know, that's like most of your job.
Well, it is funny. It's funny that you say that because it was used for mostly training, so they probably were pretty bored and jorking their peanuts a lot.
No more self-sucking. Clean the decks.
You know you can't do it anyway. It's never gonna reach.
Your penis is too small and you're not flexible. I'm just doing Zap Brannigan now. I know from Futurama.
I feel like that's fitting for World War II.
That's what I'd be doing.
So, yeah, it was used mostly for training. It never actually saw active combat. However, what exactly made a ship like the Salem one of the most haunted vessels in U.S. history? It never experienced actual action in the high seas. It wasn't torpedoed by the enemy. The crew was relatively happy, most enjoying paid vacations in Cuba and the Caribbean while getting autographs from Grace Kelly. I think that last part could have been left out. I don't even know who Grace Kelly is, and I'm offended that I don't know.
No, I don't know either. This sounds like some bullshit.
The Ionian earthquake of 1953 was the magic ingredient. I'm going to disagree with the writing on this. The 1953 Ionian earthquake, the Great Kefalonia earthquake, hit the southern Ionian Islands in Greece on August 12th and basically devastated the area. And the only international ship cruising the area when Mother Nature decided to have her fit? The USS Salem. The Americans, through the Salem, started providing relief and assistance. So essentially, there were other countries coming to help, but their ships were a couple days away. I don't know why Greece didn't have their own ships. I don't really understand why.
What a fall from the Athenian Armada of old.
I don't know why the Salem is the only ship that can help in like the first couple of days.
I feel like ships are just sometimes like that. You just gotta
maybe they sent all their ships somewhere else.
It's just it's like the boating code of conduct. You go to Salem.
Yeah.
I did find out some bad news. There is no large-breasted anime ship girl version of Salem. Azure Lane. So
no.
Unfortunately, we can't link that in the Ghouly Bites.
Should we explain to the normies what Azure Lane is?
It's an anime game. It's an anime gacha game you play on your phone where you collect ship girls that are like anime women, vaguely themed off of the ships. The key of the game is that you can marry a ship girl.
You can marry the
ships?
ships?
Give them a wedding ring. And you can oath them, which is like marrying.
Okay.
A lot of them have like a separate wedding outfit. And so people will like go to the USS Massachusetts and take a picture of them with like their USS Massachusetts figure. And so like I said I proposed to my wife on my wife. And you'll be like, that's kind of sad, but also, hell yeah, brother. I just think it's great. I think the idea of explaining to the sailor taking the photograph of you and your body pillow is got to be one of the top 10 feelings on earth. As this guy's just confused, and you're like, so we're married in the game. So I'm going to get married in real life. And then he's like, who are you married to? And then you just show him like the ship, a blonde with a giant rack, a cartoon blonde with a giant rack. And like, here you go.
Who vaguely looks like
she's got a little hat on. You're like, I guess that's her. Yeah, it's
not sponsored by Azure Lanes.
We should be. If I'm gonna get one sponsor, it's got to be a good one.
So essentially, the Salem crew needed to buy the other ships some time, and they pretty much had to get into the madness of this disaster.
The Salem landed fast on Grecian shores and went into triage mode. Boats and sailors were deployed to rescue victims, put out fires, and bring out the dead. For weeks, the ship served as an improvised hospital and, more importantly, as a morgue.
Wow.
That's where the ghosts are coming from.
For those harrowing weeks, the ship's stock ran low while it collected dead bodies and ghosts.
Every ship is haunted. Every military vessel is haunted.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as someone died on the ship.
I mean,
well,
they're just stacking bodies like crazy on ships.
Yeah, well, no, I guess...
Because also, like, you know, for every like maritime war accident or whatever, there's like a sailor who died from self-sucking too much or something. You know, there's like so many ways to die on a ship. A guy who choked on peanuts in the fucking, the galley or whatever.
Oh, Captain, I seem to have gotten my penis stuck in my foot. I can't really breathe anymore.
And then after like an hour, he realizes that he's dead. He died an hour ago, and he's been self-sucking in the afterlife.
Oh no. He wasn't able... that makes sense, because, like, I don't think you're really going to be able to yell for help if you've got your dick stuck in your mouth. The only way to free him
from his ghostly prison is to, like, inter his body and remove his lower ribs so he can suck his own dick fully.
Oh, no. Wait, so do you have to, like, dig up his remains and take a rib?
Yeah, you got to pop a rib.
Oh, damn. You know what? I'll allow it.
It's good.
I'll allow it.
The rules of Ghost to complete his mission.
Yeah, no, that's fair. So now we're gonna move on to
from that to
we're gonna move on from that and forget that ever happened.
It was just an accident they helped out with.
Pretty much, yeah. So there's a big earthquake in Greece.
Yeah,
and they rescued a bunch of people, and unfortunately, not everyone survived. In fact, a lot of people died.
Yeah,
and they took away all the dead.
Interesting that it was like, I don't know if the boat's just for training, but it is like sailing all the way around.
Yeah. I don't know if
they just left that shit in port.
Yeah, you would think so, but I guess, you gotta like practice steering and navigating and all those other things.
My beautiful Massachusetts rots in the tower, whatever,
That's fair.
Yeah, I walked there with my wife and pulled out my phone and was like, look, this is the girl it corresponds to.
I took some wedding photos for a friend on the USS Massachusetts.
And your body pillow of USS Massachusetts.
Yeah, actually, it was me taking the wedding photos. I wasn't the photographer.
My bride, the USS Massachusetts.
So the next article dives into some of the actual ghosts there.
I wouldn't use the word actual.
The actual
alleged ghost.
The actual alleged ghost. So this is nightly spirits.
I didn't know what that second word was going to be.
Nightlyspirits.com.
Like you were learning what the word was in real time.
Well, I wrote something.
Nightly, sprightly.
I wrote something afterwards, and I was like, am I supposed to read that? No, I was not supposed to read that.
Go read this part.
There's no shortage of stories of spiritual happenings that have come from those that have visited the spooky ship.
They always say that, huh?
Yeah.
They're always like, there's too many stories.
There's too many ghosts.
I couldn't even, choose these to read to you because there's millions of them.
I gotta be honest.
There's always a thrill.
I had to dig really deep to find all of these.
One of them is in the Yelp advertisement for the fucking ship.
I had a really hard time finding information on the ghosts in this place.
4 out of 5. The guns were really cool, and they let my son sit on top of them. But then I dropped a pair of my keys, and I thought it was a ghost that did it.
The bang scared me, and I wet my pants, and it humiliated me in front of my family.
Moaning, but it was just a sailor jerking off.
Trying to suck his own penis.
Many of those touring the ship and employees alike have witnessed unexplained happenings. The ship's dense metal walls have likely made it difficult for spirits to escape.
What? They can't go through metal?
So I'm gonna try to translate the theory on that one.
When you drop the door on it, it's stuck in there forever with you.
I guess that's possible. So I think I'm gonna translate the theory. I think ghosts are energy, right?
No.
We've established this in our Ghost Binker.
Said it offhandedly.
In our Ghost Binker rules of ghosts, ghosts are made of energy. I think depending on the type of metal and the type of like insulation of the hull, it might trap energy inside. It's like when you have double pane windows and it keeps all the heat in.
Superman wraps kryptonite in lead to protect it.
Exactly. I don't know if the ship is made of lead. I hope it's not made of lead. I don't think it would be made of lead. It's probably steel, right?
Tron poison.
I think it would be steel.
I don't know. What does it look like?
Iron?
Just in the animal version of it.
Either way, I think maybe there's some sort of insulation of ghosts, keeping the ghosts stuck inside.
Straight up ridiculous, but we can just keep going as if you did.
If you open the door,
and all the spirits just suck out instantly because they know they only got one.
No,
shot.
If you open the door, everyone inside goes, "Close that door! You're gonna let all the ghosts out."
Spirits leave anyway. Like spirits can't leave a house they get stuck in. So what?
Well, it depends because some of them can follow you home.
Are the houses made of fucking lead and steel? Is Lizzie Borden's house made of steel, and that's why her mother can't leave the house?
I don't know.
I'm just confused why suddenly like.
Why now these ghosts can get trapped?
I hate when they say shit like it's a fact. It's some shit they made up.
Well, we also know that ghosts got stuck in the Taunton State Hospital too.
Yeah, also
that was a building. The doctor made all those buildings that trap ghosts.
I would have been like, if they just been like, oh, it's a structure that contains ghosts. Like,
yeah,
the metal walls trapping the ghosts. Like, they said it like it was an obvious property of metal to contain ghosts. They were like obviously the dense steel walls keep the ghosts inside. Not
to name our arch nemesis, but like how do the Ghostbusters keep their ghosts contained? You know, it's probably metal.
Yeah. So anyway, so there's dead Greek children who died in an earthquake on this.
They're trapped,
hanging off the metal walls constantly.
They're trying to go through it and they can't.
I like how like they'll mention the metal walls trap ghosts. They won't mention that it also traps sound and makes it like a weird environment. Oh, and that might be more unnerving to people than the fact that there are ghosts in there.
Well, you know, that could be true too.
Those that have toured the ship have heard footsteps in various areas.
Do you think it was the stepping they were doing?
I gotta say again, you know, I'll say this every time. I don't want to bink it before we even start talking about the bink scale. Footsteps are pretty easy to hear.
The amount of tours where people hear touring sounds.
Yeah.
They'll be like, I was on a tour and I heard light voices.
I heard people talking.
Like, yeah, you mean the fucking people in the other part, the other tour?
There's probably multiple tours going on.
The other side of the boat. Yeah, this is the room where they used to suck themselves off. And like, I thought I heard someone talking about sucking themselves off.
I used to work at like a haunted hayride and a corn maze. And you would go through the corn maze at night alone to make sure that no one was stuck in there. Sometimes it sounded like there were footsteps. It was just like the corn rustling.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happened.
Like a kid hiding in there who's trying to evade you.
Well, that for sure. But a lot of times it was just the corn.
Yeah. I mean, look.
And that was spooky.
These ships probably were filled with corn to feed the sailors.
Yeah.
They probably were planting corn on board.
Yeah. Well, the point being, you could hear footsteps, but it could just be something else.
Yeah. It could be any of the sounds. It could be an animal. It could be something clanging around.
Yeah.
Or it could be, a ghost who miscalculated how long he could stretch and got stuck in the wall.
He got stuck in the wall.
Oh, shit.
You can go back, but you can't go forward. You can go back into the ship.
When they turn to see who is walking with them, mysteriously, no one is there. This eerie occurrence is one of the most common experiences of a tour group.
They were walking.
Yeah.
If you're walking and you hear footsteps and you think it's behind you, you just heard your own footsteps.
Yeah,
Sometimes
well, especially on a metal echoey ship.
Yeah, in an environment you're not used to. Sometimes we'll be running in a park, and I'll think that someone's behind me when I'm running because like my bag rustled around in a way, or like my feet hit the ground in a way I didn't expect. And I heard a sound I hadn't thought could have. Like you're not fucking Batman. You don't have echolocation in your ears, man. You're just dumb. This one is one. That's what we call an auto bink. Just get it out of here. This is like bink bait.
This is bink bait.
You're trying to get me to bink this one really hard so then you can talk about like, anyway, the skunk got sucked off by a ghost.
Yeah.
Like, well, you know,
I'm trying to waste all your bink slots so eventually I can hit you undefended.
Voices have been heard drifting through the ship's stale air. They're mysterious and sometimes incoherent, but they are definitely enough to make you question who else might be among your tour group.
Maybe you. Question.
I am curious to know how big the tour groups are. Because
this is where we find a Yelp review and they're like, the tour group was 170 people. It's just like incomprehensibly
it's just
large.
Way too big. The tour group is wrapping around the corner where you're.
The tour group, guys in sailor costumes jump out and scream at you in ghost makeup.
The chairs have been pulled out and tossed across the room on occasion. Loud, unexpected banging sounds have been heard. The latches have been slammed when no one is around. The drill in the empty dentist's office has even been heard turning on.
No. Sailor question for all my sailors out there listening. How much do boats like wobble when they're anchored?
They still, I would assume they still rock a little bit.
Yeah, could like say the boat rocking a little bit of a way the boat wasn't ready for and the chair slides. Is that a possibility? That'd be my question.
I don't know if it would rock that much if it's docked. I'm
just thinking like the chair ends up in a spot where it's not as sturdy as it looks.
Yeah, I mean that's possible.
A big slide you weren't expecting.
It's actually
a little rock, but it knocks the chair on the way. Something like that.
Well, it's actually funny because my day job made me privy to being on a cruise boat to take a little tour.
Yeah.
Not a ghost tour, just a regular tour of the cruise boat, and I was on it literally last week, and it was just a tiny bit rocky.
Yeah,
and we were just docked at a harbor.
I buried like 10 awful jokes as to what kind of horrible job you can be doing on a boat.
Jorking my peanuts.
I think you were practicing self-sucking.
Self-sucking. That's what SS for the USS stands for.
Okay.
U is just an abbreviation for like
you are self-sucking.
You self-sucking.
You be self-sucking.
Salem.
It said that a woman has been recorded screaming from the hospital's operating room.
Women be screaming.
Her pleas to get it out were captured.
Well, she's probably Greek, right?
Yeah.
I assume they were only males.
I mean, most
40s, so it's probably a Greek woman.
So you think she's just saying something?
Get it out to me.
You think she's just saying something in Greek that sounds like she's saying "get it out"?
She's asking for a gyro.
I'm gonna have to Google Greek words that sound like "get it out."
She wants some cheese,
Her pleas to get it out were captured on an electronic voice phenomena device. Could her desperate screams be the result of a childbirth gone wrong?
They shared a clip.
They did not. They did not share the clip.
It's also one of those where you're like, listen to this woman say, "Get it out," very clearly, and then the clip is like, and they're like, right there, did you hear it? And then you're like, no, and then it's like, you're like, I guess that could be "get it out." Yeah, and you're like,
oh,
I guess
okay.
And then you're like, no, wait, I think it's saying "I'm jorking it," and then you're back, and it's like. You're like, oh, that was kind of like.
Whoa! So there are ghosts. It's just not saying "get it out."
Yeah, when I was in grad school, this composer came who his whole thing was like he liked putting like a microphone in like nature, and he was Native American, and he'd put it in like spots that were like very
like spiritually
important, or like endangered by some kind of environmental bullshit thing. Like some group that was gonna dump oil in the fucking water.
Oh yeah.
And he would like put the microphone out there and he would like turn the gain up really high. And it just like, a pebble would fall 200 feet away.
Yeah.
So this crazy sound. Like you got all of these sounds. So like if you just like wire a microphone to start hearing shit, it's like you'll like rustle a piece of fabric and it'll be
That does actually sound like a fun experiment for us to try.
Yeah, man, it's loud.
It could be cool.
I mean, have you never like worn a lavalier mic and heard the ungodly?
Oh yeah,
you turn your body.
Yeah, if you just try to like move, or I mean, because I'm a videographer,
Yeah.
and like sometimes my subject will mess with it, and I'm like, stop messing with it.
Yeah.
And then it just like, and I'm like, stop.
You listen back to
ears.
the audio and it's like, let me out. I'm trapped within you. Free me from this prison.
Oh my God.
It was going crazy.
My on-screen talent is haunted.
It's actually a series of 19 jacket squeaks that like exactly form the use of those words.
A mysterious figure has been witnessed roaming the machinery room. Unexplainable for get out of the machinery room. You're gonna mess it up. Stop pressing that button. That's the evacuate button.
Little cutie just fucking up the wheels and the gears.
I thought I could figure out what to do.
Can get off the USS Salem and get back to doing our marketing.
You learned
I
Salesforce.
hate it. I'm a ghost. I can't learn new things.
Unexplainable furniture moves about empty rooms. Many have said that they have felt the presence of someone behind them, only to turn around and find that no one is there.
Unexplainable furniture?
Yeah.
Every time we one of these stories, we get a sentence where I just can't comprehend the construction of this fucking thing.
So
unexplainable furniture.
it's like a
You walk in and it's like a chaise lounge. You're like, I'm in the fucking kitchen.
It's a chair with like 5 legs. They're just like, I can't explain why that chair has 5 legs.
It's like a bed, but with another bed stuck to it, so there's no part to lay on. Like, what the fuck?
Who can explain this? When I read this the first time, I was like, unexplainable furniture?
It's just like, literally, you mean like a chair was in a room, probably directly across from the chair room?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
It's been said that very few people visit the ship without leaving with a tale of an unexplained encounter. Touring the ship not only provides a glimpse into history, it's a chance to experience a supernatural phenomenon. That's a reason why it's known as one of the most haunted ships in the world.
That's why.
That's the reason why.
That's the reason.
To be fair, I guess. Yeah.
So a lot of these different websites for the USS Salem have different ghosts that they talk about. So like there's only a few that I found that overlap. So now we've moved on to slightly odd Fitchburg.
That's a good mark of truth. You want in journalism, you want as few possible stories to overlap as you can.
I think there's just so many ghosts.
If you talk to multiple sources and none of them confirm the same thing as the other people, that's like a really good sign.
So slightly odd Fitchburg.
If you went to the Celtics game and every single person you talked to was like, "Oh, the Celtics won by 82-45," and then just everyone gave you a different score, you'd be like, "I don't think anyone was that."
I don't know if the Celtics actually won.
It's a real game.
I think they're all coordinating some sort of misinformation campaign.
And someone's like, "Yeah, I saw Bingus," and you're like, "Whoa, that guy, the ghost."
Ed Sweeney is the writer of this article.
Sweeney Todd and Ed Sheeran combined into one person.
And honestly, we're going to skip the article and just skip straight to the ghosts because that's what everyone cares about.
Sorry, Ed.
Sorry, Ed.
The first part of the article is Ed like being like, "You should subscribe to Patreon." Like, we're skipping that.
Ed's like, please don't skip this part of the article.
My Substack, and we're like, "Come on, ghosts."
Honestly, it's more just like a lot of the stuff that Ed covered, we already have covered with the other articles. So this first ghost that Ed talks about is
The Shadowy Sailor. This guy seems to have been a bit of a workaholic in
I don't
life.
like you reading this in the narrative voice.
I know
Too casual of a sentence.
it is very casual. Okay, all right.
Can you paraphrase it so you can keep it casual, or paraphrase it and get it more ghostly?
This guy seems to have been a bit of a workaholic in life because he hasn't clocked out since 1959.
Is this what you sound like at home when you're trying to be casual?
Yeah, Amy's like, you got to be more casual, and I'm like, hey, all right, well, no, this is.
I would never do it work. I'm doing.
This is not paraphrasing. This is his writing.
No, I know. I was asking you to paraphrase.
Oh,
But in a normal voice.
Oh.
Or paraphrase it more fancy in your ghost voice. Because the problem was your ghost voice can't say this guy. This guy.
This guy.
It's crazy. Yeah,
that's fair. I feel,
young gentleman. You have to say some shit like that.
I feel like I'm in a weird neutral. I feel like this is a neutral zone infraction. I don't know what to do. This guy seems to have been a bit of a workaholic in life because he hasn't clocked out since 1959. He's known for wandering the lower decks. The shadowy sailor has been spotted by visitors and staff alike, and sometimes he's just standing there, staring ominously.
Yeah, it sounds like a real workaholic.
Yeah, right.
Staring and not doing anything.
And other times he's strolling through walls like it's no big deal.
Working his ass off, and this asshole's walking around getting called a workaholic.
Maybe he's staring at like dials or something.
So I'm checking the pressure.
Sasha, Malia.
Yeah, I'm checking the pressure.
I'm checking the pressure of the boat.
Looks good.
This is the part that now I'm a little confused. He's strolling through walls like it's no big deal.
Okay.
So are the walls inside the ship thinner than the walls on the outside of the
You
ship?
think there might be a single non-metal wall inside the ship?
I think maybe they're not double paned walls.
Every wall is metal, man.
I don't know how they're going through those walls, but not the ship walls.
The center of the ship? Yeah, put a bunch of drywall in here. We want sailors to be choking on it when a missile hits.
So that's the shadowy sailor.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean that's the ship? He walks around?
He stares ominously. He walks through walls.
So, I get that those are supposed to be the believable stories.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you at home. I get it. Those are boring. If that's what Ghost did, who cares? I don't give a shit.
They kind of just left you alone.
If my dear sweet mother dies and comes back as a ghost and just walks around, why bother, girl?
I guess it's unnerving at best.
At best, yeah. Honestly, it's annoying at best.
Up next we have
The Lady in White.
Or The Lady in White.
I reach for the horny alarm. I start grabbing for it. All right, this is going to talk about her pendulous breasts.
Her voluptuous figure. What haunted location would be complete without a lady in white?
I would not acknowledge the cliche aspect of it.
The USS Salem delivers on this trope with its own elegant apparition. Legend has it, she's connected to the earthquake victims, but no one knows her exact story. Maybe she's waiting for someone to return her sailor hat. Or perhaps she just really enjoys the ship's ambiance. Either way, she's a regular guest on ghost tours.
Someone shut the door 60 years ago and she can't get out. Also, no description of her. Just a woman in white.
Yeah, just a woman in white.
I would have preferred a horny description.
So again, not to.
Also, I mean, I did get horny notes. That, like, it felt like they were teasing it a little bit, but you gotta describe the woman.
I think
slightly.
You know what? I think Ed might be afraid to get bonked.
Yeah.
I think maybe he doesn't want to get bonked.
Can't say anything, but let me tell you want to find this one in the ghost stores.
She's a little light on the eyes.
Shame this isn't a fishing vessel, because she's quite the catch.
I'm a little confused by the sailor hat. Is she a sailor?
No.
Why is she wearing a sailor hat?
I think he's making a bit. Doing a bit.
Also, not to premature bink. No one likes a premature binker. but I feel like all of these ones are made up.
Yeah, I'm also I'm sorry. I stopped listening because I fully assumed that she looks like New Jersey from Azure Lane, just a giant-breasted enemy woman walking around, and they're like the woman in white, the sailor.
Now I have to link that one.
It's actually no. I just got it. It's that guy who's getting married to the ship's body pillow, but they're seeing it like reflected in the mirror. So like, oh, woman in white, and it's just like the giant heaving breasts of this guy's body pillow that they can't identify at the time.
It's like do you ever watch Magic School Bus?
Sure, yeah.
It's the episode of Magic.
I still watch it.
It's the episode of Magic School Bus where they try to scare Arnold's mean cousin Janet by doing like a projector screen reflection type thing to make Arnold look like a ghost.
It's like an Arnold double exposure type incident.
It's that only with an Azure Lane body pillow.
Yeah, I was worried when I said I watched it that you were going to bring up names and details because I don't remember a single name or detail.
I guess I'll have to link that one too.
I think I only saw it in school.
That show was my jam.
I loved when they showed it in school.
Yeah. Oh, it was great.
If they pulled out the VCR player, I was like, let's fucking go, baby.
This next ghost is not a ghost per se, but a ghost's.
Great start.
A multiple ghost.
It's about who's Casper's fuck up little friend.
The Noisy Kids.
Even children's ghosts. Oh, hold on. That was slightly narrator here. Even children's ghosts make an appearance. The ship's hospital ward is said to be home to the spirits of young earthquake victims. Visitors report hearing disembodied giggles and the occasional sound of tiny running feet. If you're brave enough to listen closely, you might even catch a faint voice saying, "Tag, you're it."
So stupid.
Terrifying and adorable.
Both at the same time. Was this article written like 2 months ago? Is this a ChatGPT article? This feels like someone was like, what kind of ghosts show up in places?
Uh-oh.
And they were like, ChatGPT, what ghosts show up on this ship? And it was like, oh boy, ghosts can be a spooky time. Sometimes you might find kid ghosts, mommy ghosts, and even a spooky shadow ghost. Is this from like a month ago?
December 8th, 2024.
I'm fucking... It's crazy. No, I'm not accusing him of that, but I am accusing the world of being boring.
Well, I mean, I agree. These ghosts sound kind of made up based on the other research that I did.
I wandered into a bink there.
Yeah.
I turned the corner and I was like, oh, someone's impaled on my sword. I was just walking around.
Whoops, accidentally binked that one. So that's it for Ed Sweeney's description of ghosts. Ed, we're not trying to say you're a liar, but we are saying that the ghosts do sound made up.
Did he link one of the stories or anything?
No.
I think a good way to sort of like help verify your ghost stories if you like have some way of connecting the information to the person telling the story. So like my boy Chris Balzano, for example, he'll be like, this random drunk in New Bedford told me this story, and it's like I could theoretically go there and find David, the town drunk,
right,
wandering around New Bedford, hammered, talking about the ghost that he saw in the 60 years ago, so
Christopher Balzano does a good job of sourcing.
He's really, he's drawing some like lineage to the ghost.
The next article that we get one ghost from is Ghost City Tours, and it is The Burning Man, which is one that I have found in other articles too. This one just goes in the most detail about it. Believed to be one of the Ionian earthquake victims, the Burning Man has been described as a specter who smells like death, quote unquote. He is thought to be one of the many who unfortunately succumbed to their fatal 4th degree burns. Wait, is there such thing as 4th degree burns? I feel like I've only heard of how many degrees of burns are there?
I thought there were 3, but maybe...
Hold on.
Maybe 4th is when you die.
I guess. In some cases, a 4th degree burn may be described, which involves damage to deeper structures such as tendons, ligaments, or bones.
Oh, okay.
Holy shit.
Damn.
The more you know.
5th degree burn is when they blast a hole right through you with fire.
Oh, that's pretty metal.
Yeah, no, it's pretty sick.
Okay, so that that's my fault for trying to bink that there's a 4th degree burn.
It was real. It sounds a little bit like that's the more casual kind of burn. Like I feel like a 4th degree burn is a 3rd degree burn, but you're like, this one's fucking crazy.
Yeah. You're like, somebody get a look at this 4th degree burn.
Somebody gets his head burned off. You're like, that's a 5th degree burn for sure.
Ghost tour guides often spot the Burning Man in the same room where the ship's morgue once stood, which is believed to be where he died.
So there's a burned man.
Yep, and so
burning is a little classless, frankly.
Yeah, unless he is actively burning.
I certainly hope
as he appears. Well, like the ghost
also,
version.
not trying to be rude. Jump in the water, dog. You got it all around through.
Oh no!
Also, if you're a ghost. Oh, they can't go through metal. I was gonna say
you can't get through the walls of the ship.
I'd reach, get ready, pop right out, find a porthole, and squirt out.
Yeah. So basically, he's in the morgue, and that's where he's believed to have died.
Yeah.
Earthquakes can cause gas lines to break and explode, making fires an unfortunate side effect of seismic events. The number of fire-related deaths on the ship might explain the unexpected ash scent that hits the majority of USS Salem visitors.
So basically, they're trying to give a reason why someone might have died from a fire in an earthquake situation.
Yeah. I at first I thought they meant like on the ship, and I was like,
yeah.
Do earthquakes affect ships? They wiggle around. I know they make waves and stuff, but I didn't know if they...
Which, like, I guess, honestly, I appreciate the explanation, because I was like, how does an earthquake cause a fire?
Yeah, I mean, like...
That makes sense.
Shit starts falling and down.
Yeah.
Fires just happen anyway, but...
Electrical fires, gas fires.
It does feel a little bit like... I don't know. It feels like... What's the word? Like, you're a ghost who dies on a battleship just randomly, and you get a ghost. But no, like, I want my battleship ghosts to be guys who blew up.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately...
Guys, the Japanese shot the ship and hit Pearl Harbor. I want some real ghosts.
Unfortunately, the Salem never got into the nitty-gritty.
I'm like, come on, man. Get out there.
That does kind of suck. It's like, if you didn't die on the ship, you would have just moved on. But then they brought you into this metal cage, ghost cage.
A clearly anti-ghost environment. But, like, I also, like, so on some ship, there's a guy who died because a warplane like flew down, and he jumped up and like got hit by the propeller and like killed the pilot bravely.
Oh.
And then on this ship, there's just a guy who choked on his sandwich near Greece.
He's called
gyro near Greece.
the choking ghost.
Yeah, he goes. Again, I think we might have actually rediscovered a self-sucking ghost.
Oh no!
I think we worked our way back there.
We're gonna pop back to real quick the Boston Ghost article.
That's all about the Burning Man.
That's it for the Burning Man.
He's burning it, and people smell ash. They said,
Yeah,
that feels like, again, like you just don't know what ships smell like.
or maybe someone was smoking a ciggy. Or,
Oh, you're suggesting sailors are getting a little loose with regulations.
Yeah, they were crunching on some cigs.
I assume that there's like some machinery that burns.
Also, very highly likely.
You're like, what the fuck?
There's a lot of burning smells that I might think smells like rubber, and it could be like lamp oil or something.
It could be the friction of a sailor burning his skin by sucking his own dick too dryly.
His mouth got really dry because he ate saltines beforehand. I assume that's all sailors eat on a ship is saltine crackers.
Yeah, I know for sure. They give him like the cylindrical like Quaker Oats of saltines.
Yeah, and then they give them only seawater to drink. They're just overly salty. So we're popping back to the Boston Ghosts article because they do list out some other ghosts that were not mentioned anywhere else.
How many fucking ghosts are on the fucking page?
Yeah, well, hey, there's a lot of people that died in that
Didn't even see
earthquake.
the dogs of war chewing each other up or whatever.
Well,
the fuck.
we'll talk about dogs in a second.
I'm not on ghost dogs. Sending an early flag. If I hear a ghost dog, I'm done.
The ghost girl of the halls, a pale spirit that only speaks Greek and is missing part of her face. The salty sea captain. Some say a volunteer.
These are quick descriptions.
Yeah, these are quick. These are quick hitters.
Some say a volunteer during the quake who committed suicide when he came upon his wife's mutilated corpse. The cook, a kitchen aide who loves to keep everything in order even though he's been dead for more than 60 years.
We got ourselves a little Carolyn situation from the
He breaks
catfish
with wine glasses now.
from the catfish. I'm not saying the trigger word. Freeze-dried child.
A ghost who hates when freeze-dried child.
The Hell Hounds, a ragged pack of
Fuck
huge
you.
dogs
Fuck you.
that roam the halls at night growling at everything that crosses their
Shut the
path.
fuck up.
That's one I
You don't
also.
get fucking dogs on your ghost ship, bro.
But also, like, why are they so big?
kick them off
Why
the
are-
fucking ship.
Why are is the body of the dog just compressing the spirit of the dog, and when they leave, they just expand to like 2 times their size?
Sorry in advance, dog people.
Uh-oh.
Your dog doesn't get a fucking ghost.
Oh,
Get a fucking ghost. Get the fuck out of here.
all dogs.
kidding
Well,
me?
no, you're right, because
Are
all
you
dogs
kidding
go to
me?
heaven.
I don't give a fuck.
That's a
I don't-
thing.
I don't give a fuck where they go. You don't get a fucking ghost dog. Get out of here.
Wait, but what about-
a ghost salamander next? Shut the fuck up.
Have you ever seen Paranorman?
I'm barely giving you human ghosts.
There's
okay?
a ghost dog in Paranorman.
stupid movie. Dumbass.
I love that
shit.
movie. Do I love that movie? I don't remember.
No.
That was fun.
If you loved it, you would remember.
That was fun.
Come on. A ghost dog.
What about
Big
Zero
dog.
from Nightmare Before Halloween?
You keep naming shit I hate. Also, Nightmare Before Halloween.
Nightmare Before
What
Christmas.
the fuck? Different movie. That's a Christmas film.
Nightmare After Halloween, The next ghost is hold on.
Good sign. Not good sign. 'Cause you got through the Hell Hounds without laughing. You got through the ghost pooch.
I don't know why this tickles me so much. The next ghost is John.
Wow. Creative.
That's
Wait, what do you mean?
No.
What does he do?
a ghost tour operator who is still giving tours from the afterlife.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
That is so embarrassing. To be like, even we could make it, guys. This is ghost tour pandering to other ghost tours.
I think they wanted to feel special. They wanted to fit in a little
Can they
bit.
knock some of these fucking ghosts out of here also? Condense their numbers a bit?
You have to capture them in a metal box.
Can you imagine you're the mechanic room guy, you're fucking spinning wheels, you're being a little rascal, and you're like, everyone just gets distracted by the fucking ghost kids the whole time. I'm trying to do my fucking ghost job. I'm trying to free my spirit from the ghost chain I'm stuck to, and I can't because the kids keep laughing and distracting them. You can keep playing tag with the ghost kids.
If you're
from the ghost demon dogs.
If you're in the ghost realm, it's got to be fucking crowded in there.
I know.
You're just, everywhere you're going, you're just packed in there.
There's like 75 billion Chinese ghosts. Like, come on. I should have learned Mandarin while I was alive. I can't learn new things now.
Oh, that is one of our Binker ghost rules. Also, I don't know if we establish this, or we have to add this to our ghoulish questions? I think we have it in the questions already. Can ghosts that are unrelated to the situation of another ghost see each other?
Sort of cockchair ghosts.
Like let's say I died in this house.
Yeah.
In a tragic podcast accident.
Yeah.
And then
I died now.
70 years later, somebody who knows nothing about me or anything else.
He kills his wife with a laser sword. President Barron Trump cuts taxes or something. Yeah.
And she also turns into a ghost. Can I see her or can she see me?
You want to meet cute with this ghost woman 90 years after your death. That's what it sounds like.
I didn't suggest that there was going to be a woman ghost. But yeah, I want to know if ghosts can see each other.
Doesn't everybody want to know that?
I really want to know that. Yeah. So, Junior Binkers, please let us know. We're going to ask somebody that as well. Someone who knows more about ghosts than us.
Someone with a doctorate in ghost stuff.
Someone who has a doctorate.
Can we ask them why the fuck there's dogs on the ship?
Yeah.
No way we're letting
can dogs have ghosts?
They were letting those dogs. If you try to bring a dog on the boat, they were like, no, throw it in the fucking. Throw in the other 100 rabid dogs. You throw on the beach in Greece. Who gives a fuck?
I mean, I'm willing to believe that animals can have ghosts. But I will say this, and this is a fact. This is 100% true fact. All hamsters go to hell.
Where do you draw the line for animal ghosts?
That's a great point.
Are there 26 billion cockroach ghosts skittering around the?
I guess it would have to be.
If the ghosts can see other ghosts. There's billions of cockroach ghosts they can see.
It'd have to be a level of sentience. I think there's a threshold of sentience that would be.
This feels like such a fucking octopus ghost, pig ghost.
Oh yeah.
Dogs are like the dumbest animal.
Hundo P. That is a good point, though.
I've seen bugs smarter than every dog I've met.
The next ghost is the Angry Sentinel. A violent.
That's an X-Men villain. That's not a ghost.
It sounds like some sort of like D&D character or something. Yeah. I don't know if I can say this sentence. I'm gonna whisper it. So, a violent spook that is said to get aggressive if you disrespect the Sea Witch. Isn't that a derogatory term for black folk?
Is the Sea Witch the boat?
Yes, that is the Sea Witch. Oh. I said it in the intro, but it's been a while since I mentioned it.
Yeah, is that one of the ghosts?
Yeah, the Sea Witch. Also, I tried to research it. Name. There's no reason. I couldn't find a reason why they call it the Sea Witch.
No, it's because it's haunted.
I guess.
Yeah.
And also Salem, I guess, makes sense because Salem witch trials
stuff. That actually probably is the connection.
Yeah, but there's no like definitive reason that I could find.
Oh. When the USS Salem comes to Azure Lane, she should get a witch skin.
That's an even better point.
I pay $15.99 for that.
And the last ghost that mentioned in this article is not a ghost, but a few ghosts. The Living Doll Girls.
oh my god, get a new ghost fucking idea.
A pack of mischievous teens that love banging the freezer near the wardroom pantry.
Maybe the cook was the only ghost that was even like remotely ship themed.
I guess the salty sea captain.
No, but he wasn't even a captain. He was just a guy who.
Oh, he was a volunteer.
Volunteered and killed himself.
Why are they calling him a captain?
I don't know if this is rude to say to someone who might have been grieving after the loss of their wife in an earthquake. Don't kill yourself on the boat, you fucking dickhead.
That's a good point.
Lean over the railing and shoot yourself or whatever. Like, what do you do? How are you killing yourself in the boat? You hanging yourself in your room? Go on the shore of Greece and hang yourself. It's rude to the sailors, frankly. Also, I just hate the generic lineup of ghosts.
Yeah,
they are ghost tropes.
They are kind of generic.
What do those ghosts have to do with dolls?
Nothing.
Okay.
Maybe dolls is in like, hey, doll.
Oh yeah.
Hey, doll.
Well, they were teenagers, so.
I know it's weird, but they were kind of weird back then.
Yeah. Teenage girls are very mean. So I do believe that they would conduct a ghostly mean business.
So I do have one last article for us to go over. It is the Patriot Ledger, and it's written by Sean Robinson. It was written in October of 2019, and it's more of a. I guess
like still writing about ghosts, huh?
Yeah.
I really would have thought this would have died out by now.
I guess it's a second-hand account because it's someone writing about first-hand accounts.
Right, yeah.
If you don't know your way around the decks of the USS Salem, you might never run into John Connor.
Isn't that like is John Connor?
It's
like
the Terminator guy.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. Also, we had a ghost named John earlier.
Oh my God, he's the
It's
ghost.
John Connor.
The retired Marine's office is a tiny room that more than half a century ago was fit for a naval officer. Connor spends a lot of time down here on his own.
Oh, he's alive still.
Yes, he's alive.
Okay, never mind. He's not the ghost.
He's the ship's head archivist. So as he was
Archivist?
archivist? I'm gonna just go with archivist for now.
Not doing that.
So as he was on a recent Saturday, he pores over old documents.
Go home,
if
brother.
someone requests
Take a day
information.
I know, yeah, but if they need the information, he's
I think that
gotta give it to
I think
him.
that fucking ghost who was a workaholic was
It's this guy
O'Connor just looking at Connor, whatever his name was, looking at the walls and thinking about the ship's details.
trying to figure out where he's gonna find those documents.
Yeah, he's like, damn, where'd I put them? I made a big stack.
Sometimes he hears things, he'll tell you. It might be the gangway. Maybe it's ghosts.
It's a gangway.
I think that's a ship term. It's a raised platform or walkway providing a passage. Oh, okay. Think like it's like just like the flat little like bridge thing.
Yeah, so like when the bottom of the ship is curved, it's the walkway that goes over it.
Yeah.
Like a catwalk
Yes, pretty much.
in a ship.
A couple weeks ago, Connor said he was walking around one of the ship's sleeping quarters, a low-ceilinged room with rows of stacked bunks mounted 3 apiece, and heard someone call out his name. He called back and looked around. No one was there. Below deck, the Salem is no doubt a creepy place. There's an endless maze of narrow, dimly lit hallways that lead to pitch-black rooms and steep, rusted staircases. While much of the ship has been converted to museum displays, some rooms have been left alone. Oh, here we go. Don de Cristofaro.
Okay.
There it is.
A founding
Pull the
member.
Italian one.
A founding member of the Greater Boston Paranormal Associates has been leading ghost hunting expeditions on
Why
the
are
Salem.
Italians so ghost hunting?
Yeah, that's a great
In
question.
New England.
I've never thought about that.
He's been leading ghost hunting expeditions on the Salem since the early 2000s.
It's no joke.
Everyone else was going to Iraq to fight the war on terror, and he was like, now's the time to fight the ghost.
Yeah.
It's no joke that the Salem is a haunted place, he said.
We've had many paranormal experiences on the ship, de Cristofaro said. When we give tours, we can't guarantee that something is going to happen, but it's a very, very rare night when nothing happens on the Salem.
The group often hears...
Yeah, we put on a little scam a lot.
The group...
We got so many fucking speakers sitting around here that something's going to make a sound.
I mean, that again, not to prematurely big, but I have thought that, like, what if they just were playing sounds for people on the ship?
That would be crazy. That never happens.
The group often hears unexplained footsteps on the ship, he said, and they have recordings of faint, unknown voices in the background of some of their
It's me.
conversations.
I'm the haunted girl in room 10. I'm the woman in white. Not
Hey,
me, Christopher the No, it's me, the haunted woman.
hey, pass me the gabagool.
John Connor, put your fucking books away. It's me, Krista Stefalanio.
One of the group's most intense experiences on the Salem happened about 8 years ago, he said.
And this is 8 years ago in 2019, so that was 2011. For those of you doing the math at home.
We were listening to Call Me Maybe when somebody...
They entered the ship's large wardroom, and immediately a chair pulled away from the table. Then a chair at the other end of the table fell over, and they started to hear a loud whirring sound. It was the drill from the dentist's office next door.
So we do have at least some corresponding stories to what people experience.
Okay.
At this point, it's pretty clear that something is running us around,
De Cristofaro said.
We were the only people on the ship.
Peter Bloomberg, the ship museum's printer, said,
The billionaire?
Also, what is a museum's print? Like, what does a printer do? Does he just like print out posters or something?
Yeah, I print out Magic the Gathering card proxies back here. I try to find the right cardstock to laminate the foils.
Peter Bloomberg said he's only had one paranormal experience aboard the Salem in his 21 years working there.
I'm more willing to believe Peter.
Yeah, not the guy who gets paid to make sure it happens every night.
Yeah, I like someone who has a little more rational, it only happened to me one time
It's a
ever.
rare night if Tom doesn't go run in the other room and get the drill going to scare the kids.
It was last March. He was walking down a hallway near the back of the ship when suddenly a large male figure appeared several dozen feet in front of him. He made eye contact with the figure, Bloomberg said. Then the figure turned and walked silently down a staircase.
Just a tense little moment, and then, diffused. They both assessed that neither was a threat, and they just moved on with their day.
Daytime or nighttime? Doesn't say, huh?
Yeah, it doesn't say.
This guy fell asleep at work on the night shift.
It could have been the witching
I
hour.
think you might fall asleep at work.
Bloomberg said the figure gave him a look that suggested it was thinking, "What do you want? Don't bother me."
What?
And that rather than being scared, Bloomberg was just intrigued.
You asked the ghost. He's like, no, I was just thinking. I was just tired. I didn't mean anything by my face.
Yeah, so I've been told I have resting bitch face, but I'm a pretty friendly guy.
I thought I was, just saying hello, kind of moving on. So you got the idea. I gave him a little nod. I didn't realize.
Yeah, this poor ghost is catching strays.
What the fuck? I was going to just turn the drill on for a few minutes. So I heard a thing.
He maintains there's no way the figure was one of the ship's volunteers. So, is the Salem haunted?
Yes.
Of course it is.
Said Connor,
Okay.
the veteran and archivist.
Oh, okay. That's the
he
wrong
talks like
voice.
that, too.
That's the wrong
He
voice.
talks like that too. What? It's me, the ship's archivist. I'm Italian. John Connor. It's an Italian name.
One time, someone asked me, "Are the ghosts on here on the weekends?"
He said,
I told them, "Of course not. They go home on the weekends just like everybody else."
Actually, they can't penetrate the walls of the ship's men.
Yeah, they can't go home. What are you talking about, John
Now the
Connor?
walls are 5.5 feet. They can't lay down to get through them with the ghost logic.
John Connor?
Yeah.
The whole rule is the ghost can't
You
leave.
moron. You have no idea how the ghost rules work.
So that's it for the ghost stories. And then I have one little reveal that hurts my heart.
is this a business interest?
The Sea Witch makes $26,000 a year more if they say it's haunted.
So I truly thought this would be a more organic one where it's just like, people are taking regular
Are
tours.
you getting tired of thinking this literally every time?
Yeah.
The fucking stupid ghost
Yeah,
story?
I am. I thought people were just taking regular tours and they're like, "Oh, I heard some spooky stuff while I was here."
A guy who makes his money directly off there being ghosts in the building said, "Oh yeah, there's a ton of ghosts in the building."
Well, I went onto their own website, the website of USS-Salem.org
Yeah.
/paranormal-experience. And it says,
The Greater Boston Paranormal Associates
which is that guy.
Yeah, I know.
offer guided paranormal investigations aboard USS Salem on select Friday and Saturday nights from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. or $50 per person.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm sure it's fun to fuck.
I bet it sounds like a blast.
I'm sure they have fun hiding the little speakers and fucking spooky sounds, The Hell Hounds barking sounds, Some guy's dog gets some exercise running around on the grounds below, whatever. But,
Yeah. It gets worse.
oh.
Public and private investigations are being scheduled for the 2025 season. There will be plenty of surprises, special events, and guest investigators this season, so stay tuned.
Yeah.
So,
Their main purpose for the ship now is no longer training missions where they help Greek women who got hit by a demon.
No, it's training missions for ghost hunters.
Yeah, it's exclusively ghost scams. Yeah.
it is also a museum, but it does seem like they're getting some kickbacks. They're getting some kickbacks from the GBPA on these ghost
It's gotta be
tours.
so easy, allegedly, to fake a haunting in a big weird ship.
Yeah.
I fucking lean over and bonk a pipe and you hear it 26 cell block ships over. Because it's such a weird construction and no one's used to how anything sounds in there too. So
Yeah, and that's the thing is I was kind of
so it's the woman in white. She's coming for you. Be careful, Johnny.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping for more stories that we're gonna just jump right into the Bink scale now. I was hoping for more stories from like people who are like, "I was there all alone one night because I was the only character. Like whatever. Like
We got one from
we got one.
the archivist.
Yeah, but
He was like, I was on 19 cups of coffee and methamphetamine, and I saw a guy.
But all of these stories were from like tours, which I'm now assuming because of what the website said, they were all ghost tours.
Yeah, exactly.
And
You're at best like really heavily primed to hear something.
Yeah.
And you are, and I'm going to say this right at the fucking camera, much more likely being just completely fed fake ghost experiences.
And that's the thing is like, I need organic ghost experiences. I cannot fully accept or even really mostly accept a primed ghost experience.
I mean, let me put it like this. If us having a ghost experience would make this podcast money, I would fake a ghost experience right now.
I mean, we have a ghost on the podcast. He's just doing our marketing right now.
But that's not a ghost experience. He until he learns how to use SQL queries more effectively to reach our customer base.
But yeah, no, I agree. Like it seems really easy to fake a haunt on a ship.
Anytime I've seen like a ghost investigator work, they just start getting all kinds of little activity, and you're like, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Like, I just know how to talk to them.
So
they just love my suit and Boston Italian voice.
So long story short, for me, I'm going to have to give this one, I'm going to say a 4 because the concept is there.
You are so scared of the lower end of the Binks.
I'm terrified of the lower end of the Binks. It's so scary.
You hated discovering the ghost tours were the main source of income.
I do.
And you gave it a 4.
I gave it a 4 because I do believe the concept.
40% chance of ghost hauntings.
I think this ship definitely does have ghosts on it. I think everyone is misrepresenting the ones that are actually there.
That's ridiculous. I give it a 1, and I think that it actually was a 10, but every ghost got through the steel walls. I don't think they contained the ghosts properly. I think the ghosts are haunting like 20 feet above the ground in Greece off the water.
It was haunted as fuck, but then they all
every ghost is stuck in
someone left the door open too long and they all got out.
The ghosts are all floating in the boat. Like they're parked on the side of Greece. They're helping people. People are dying. The ghosts are becoming created in the
and they're building up in the ship.
And the ship drove away, and all the ghosts were just stuck floating there because they were right through the wall. And they were like, "What?"
I guess that's a good point.
Acting out their ghost lives like
that is
above the ground.
That's like one of the few, or at least for us, like the first moving vessel that is
they moved
haunted.
The whole mill and fucking.
Well, that's true, but that was
they shot that shit down the river.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, they dropped it right on a ghost girl.
Because remember, I brought up the whole rules about it.
Yeah,
I'm confused by them. I remain confused by them, and the fact that metal contains the ghost doesn't really help me.
Yeah.
So it is actually a 1 though, for real. It's a classic. 1, like, getting a little big for your britches, saying there's like a billion ghosts on your boring ass shit. Like, come on, a billion ghosts.
That is,
and also like, trying to you can go to war and you're gonna fucking
yeah.
You
think one earthquake made that many ghosts? Yeah. I think there's 2 ghosts on there.
6 ghosts have an earthquake max.
I think there's 2 ghosts on there. 3 points per ghost. However, -2 for the business interest.
Okay. I plus 10 for the Azure Lane collection.
Yep.
Connection. -9 because they don't actually have a ship. So back to a 1. I also just too many ghosts, too many types of ghosts,
too many non-overlapping stories,
and getting all the types of ghosts, all the generic ghosts. Having Hell Hounds is embarrassing, and I would give it lower.
Actually, no, you're right. I'm gonna subtract another point for Hell Hounds.
The ghost dog, having ghost doggies is so fucking lame.
Yeah, I'm anti Hellhound. I hate the USS Salem. I'm done with this.
Don't let Satan hear you say you're anti Hellhound. He'll have a little surprise for you.
Oh no. Well,
you hear some howling in your room tonight.
I think I hear them in the distance.
And you can see big red eyes glowing in the corner of your room. You're like, oh.
Well, that brings us to the end of this episode. I want to thank all of our junior Binkers for listening. You can follow us on social media at Ghost Binkers on Instagram and TikTok. I'm cutting it off there.
Wow.
No more Twitter.
Whoa.
Get the fuck out of your Twitter.
Okay, Blue Sky, Tubor.
Blue Sky, honestly, no one's using Blue Sky.
And also, everyone who uses it seems not very fun.
Yeah. No one's using Blue Sky.
Yeah, you can find me on Azure Lane. Look for my profile on there.
You want to drop your username?
I don't remember what it is. I'm permanently logged in, so I couldn't remember.
Oh no.
But share your best ships with us in the comments.
Or email them to us, ghostbinkers@gmail.com.
Yeah, I would love to see, if you love the podcast, get in the TikTok and make a fucking mess of our comments section.
Oh yeah, destroy our comment section.
Say some crazy shit to bring people in.
Yeah. And I will respond kindly with a happy little...
Exactly. Find like a beloved celebrity and be like, I fucking hate that guy. Just get some heat cooking, you know?
When you email us, you can share a story with us, request a story, argue with us. I've been saying argue with Killian, but if you want to argue with me, that's okay
you
too.
Just gave this a 3 or some shit. So,
yeah, argue with me, you know?
Yeah, send us a picture of a ghost you saw.
Leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It's got to be 5 stars, though. That is mandatory. And
the Bink scale on Apple Podcasts is only 5 to 5. There's no other options.
I would say the most important thing to do, though, is to share this episode or any episode with a friend. You can lock them in a ship and just play it on the speakers.
Yeah. Anyone who believes in ghosts, anyone who doesn't believe in ghosts.
There's something for everyone.
Yeah, all people on Earth.
Yeah.
You either do or don't.
For every ghost on the ship, there's something
honestly,
for them.
If you think there's ghosts, play the podcast for them.
They'll like it.
Draw them out.
They'll like it.
Leave us in a haunted room on repeat, just running through episodes.
And if you cannot be bothered to do any of the things that we've asked you to do, you can just go to ghostbinkers.com, and it's your one-stop shop for all those things.
You can also just Venmo us money directly. That's probably pretty easy. So
that is probably pretty easy as well, yeah. Thank you to the authors of all these articles, even the ones that made up some facts. Yeah. We still appreciate you writing them.
Yeah, ChatGPT and the other writers.
And I will link those in the spooky specimens of this episode. That's it for the USS Salem. We will catch you on the next episode.
I smack a bottle off the side of our podcast shit. Yeah.
Thank you later.
Oh boy, I'm so glad that this episode is done. Not because I didn't like it, but I had to edit this one. Trev got frustrated and passed it off to me. And, yeah, sure, I was the reason why it got corrupted in the first place, but, that doesn't mean that I should have to fix my own problems, does it? I mean, come on. I'm just a little guy. But I'm glad it's done, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you on the next episode. See you later.